Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Nathan. I'm here with Dave.
Hello.
Dave, we have got more Code Vein on the channel.
Yes, indeed.
This is a bit I hadn't played before. So we have 2 videos up currently. The first bit of kind of playable code that we got, which included a run through a certain area and then like a boss battle where we actually won, and it took a long time. That took a long time for me. I reckon 3 hours probably of just trying the same boss. It's quite. I don't know. You don't know how much it's the fact that you're dropped into a game, or that you haven't tuned it, so they're giving you certain abilities, but they might not be the abilities you've got at that point. But anyway, if you don't know anything about Code Vein, you can check out those videos, or you can choose this one, which is a new area for us. Code Vein is a kind of a Souls-like game, it's fair to say, like in terms of progression and probably combat as well, with more of an anime flavour. And it's about a world which has been destroyed by like an enormous invasion of thorns and monsters. Half the human population is said to have died, Dave.
Oh,
I know.
Not good.
Bit of a cataclysm. And there has been this guy. I don't know where he came from. He shouldn't have been there. What I'm doing, by the way, is a drain attack, which uses my claw. And I'm showing that off because I didn't use it in the last video, so I thought I would just use it a lot in this one. It charges up, you then can't move, and it's very much based on you being able to draw an enemy, and then by the time it's arriving, time the charge up so that you're actually going to do him enough damage. But it does a lot of damage if you get it right.
And it also does drain something, right? It drains a consumable over here. Where you've got 18 ichor. Right.
Ichor, which is kind of blood, and that blood powers those abilities. They're called gifts, which you can see over there on the right hand side. Those 2 kind of diamonds that we've got there.
Yeah.
If I press R2, they're mapped to the D-pad and the face buttons. So I've got 8 gifts that I can use at any time, and they use up different amounts of ichor or blood. So obviously draining people means that I can use those abilities on harder enemies when the time comes.
And that's a lot, isn't it? That seems like a lot of abilities. It's really interesting.
It's very difficult to know what's what. And obviously in a demo like this where you haven't selected them, in the game you'd probably have 2 or 3. You'd learn how to use them properly. Then you'd learn a couple more. I don't know why I didn't do that drain attack. You would kind of... You would integrate them more seamlessly. For me, I was guessing a little bit as to what was what, and this demo was 15 minutes long, so I was panicking a bit.
I think we need to address Lewis here, Nate, as well, because Lewis, this is something very particular to Code Vein, is that you were accompanied by an AI companion.
The AI pal. So, even before that, we should say that, we are vampires, or revenants, they're called.
Right.
And they're good vampires. Look, there's a little look at... I picked up a weapon. I wanted to know if I could use it. I don't think I've got the required abilities.
No.
So you're right. Look, you always have an AI pal, and you all hang out at a cathedral. It's kind of like your home hub, your home base.
Right.
I tried out heavy weapon here just because I realised that we didn't have one in the other video, and then I take it off again because I'm not very good with it. But then I do then go back through. I show you a small run using a heavy weapon just to show how it works. I miss a lot of my hits, sorry. So in response to the cataclysm, where is this guy come from?
That is classic, isn't it?
He's dropped down from a ledge.
That's a classic manoeuvre.
In response to the cataclysm, BOR, which is like a kind of a biological parasite which restores a human body, has been invented, and it basically creates kind of immortal soldiers, these revenants, but they do want blood.
There's always a slight problem, isn't
always
there?
A hitch. And if you die over and over and over again, if you're like in that kind of fun way that sometimes games, especially from Japan, when they've not been like fully localized and released yet, you kind of pick up snippets of what the story's about. I love the phrase though, when your threshold for of wanting blood exceeds your sanity, then you become a lost, which is like a bad vampire.
Right.
And then you're in trouble. And I think that you... I'm not really sure how that ties into the story, or whether you can... eventually, you might have to fight losts. But yeah, you're right. You always have an AI companion. You're all revenants, and you all live in a cathedral, which is cool, because that's a cool place for vampires to live. This guy... I'm going to say right now, I didn't get past this guy. And I reckon if Johnny... Sparkles over there, the red man, hadn't come down the hill when he did, we'd have been through this guy and then on, but 2 people with spinning attacks that I don't know because I've not played the game, difficult to maneuver. I just wanted to get a good hit on this lady
And Lewis is gone at this point.
Lewis, I can heal Lewis, although in this build, which was different to the last one, healing Lewis took away my own health. Yeah. So that became counterproductive.
And Lewis can heal you. And I am interested in this kind of relationship with your AI companions. And to any degree, do you control Lewis, or is Lewis just completely...
No, I mean, I think you can ask him to do certain things, like to use his ability or to like draw people in or whatever.
Yeah.
But
apart from that, nice.
Good use of the hammer. But no, pretty autonomous. So keeping him alive is the most important thing. I'm not sure if it's a change they've made in the game or a change in the different builds that were being used. But yeah, previously when I healed my AI partner in the last version of the game I played, it did not take away my health. It just took ichor, which I understood, because it's like, ichor is my my resource for using those abilities. Healing is an ability, but it did mean I could use my ichor and then she would heal me back, and it's kind of like you're tagging in and out almost. It's like wrestling.
Definitely.
And that sustained me through the boss battle. I mean, it's a bit touch and go because they're AI, so you're never sure if they're definitely going to heal you or what's going down in AI Brain Town.
Yeah.
But this time, the cost was some of my own health, and so it became a lot less. I had to be really sure that I wanted Lewis to stay alive before healing him, and in the end, I wasn't very sure.
I can imagine that could be like you said, like maybe that was a different gift that you had equipped in a previous build,
or like a better version of it. I'm not sure if the gifts are kind of upgradable, or it might be that one of my stats was higher. So I mean, as that stat goes up, then it's the amount of health I lose scales with it. Who knows?
And also, I guess it raises questions as well for Lewis healing you. Maybe Lewis has to use some of his own HP.
Yeah, or exactly.
Maybe it's his ichor.
Or ichor, and you're never quite sure when he has ichor or not. And there's also there's another system within all this. You see in my stamina bar, which is down now because it's that drain attack. That was the guy who caught up with us, by the way.
Yeah,
was looking for.
You've learned a valuable lesson there.
And above that is I can't remember what they call it, but there's a meter which slowly draws like arrows into the middle there.
Yeah.
I died again in that section, so let's just take a look at the boss. And when that is full, I think it's when you're getting beaten up, then you kind of get a boost to your abilities, and your enemies get it too, and your AI partners. So you can see Yakumo, but I've switched now from Lewis. I had enough Lewis. Wanted to take a look at Yakumo instead, and you can see that she has that too. So now she's been hit. Look, that they've moved in a little bit.
Yeah, I see.
I don't know the full implications of that system. Would need a lot more playing around. It takes me ages to learn the systems of these games and to understand what's going on. And I was pretty stressed about playing this in the environment that we played it in E3, where I knew I wasn't probably going to be able to beat the boss or explore the level as much as I wanted to, and kind of learn everything about the gifts, because there was so much on show in such a short amount of time, and I just wanted to be able to show something.
Yeah. Learning these things is half the fun, at least, maybe more than half the fun of these kinds of games. You have to learn all the systems,
kind of
learn what works for you, learn how to make the most and exploit certain things.
And I know what's a cul-de-sac and what like some stuff is so effective, and other stuff you're like, oh, is this effective? And then 3 hours and 2 build experiments later, you're like, no,
no, not
really,
at all.
No, don't worry about that.
So this is Invading Executioner.
Yep.
The boss of this level.
Yes. I did better than I thought. We didn't really get... that around 2/3 halfway down, a boss is going to bring out some new attacks.
Yeah.
So you're just like, I just hope we see those attacks.
Yeah. That's the best we can. What, are you saying you might not win this battle?
I am kind of saying that. And do like, talking about gifts, when you down an enemy, knowing from having done the... I can't remember what it's called, Queen's Knight, in the last video. Using a gift to boost your attack power when they're down is key to being able to actually do enough damage to them to kill them, which I have not done here.
Come on, Yakumo.
No, I think that maybe that was a heal sent out and it missed me. I was already ashes. So that's us. That was our look at Code Vein from E3. New area, new boss. Hope you enjoyed it. We will have more Code Vein on the channel when we get the chance, as long as I get 24 hours to actually play the game, so that I can only show you the good bits. Let us know in the comments what you thought. Do like this video if you enjoyed it. Stay tuned to the channel. We've got loads more coming up.
For the players.